Take one. Please, when my wife and I finally closed on our dream home a few years back, I was excited. Not only because it's in a good neighborhood with the most highly rated schools and within a short commute of both of our offices, but most importantly, because I could finally go all out for Halloween. Halloween is my favorite time of year. I could finally invest in the biggest, baddest animatronics and decorations to really turn my beautiful suburban nest into the hellscape of my imagination. There is one issue though, nothing too big or crazy. The neighbors are all pretty great. Kids are relatively friendly and don't cause too many problems. I've just noticed that there are a lot of assholes on this side of town. People here drive like maniacs. They will cut you off, will drag race when a two-lane merges to one, and will drive like bats out of hell in the grocery parking lot. My kid almost got hit twice. This reckless behavior just seems so normal, it really irritates me. We also get a low-out prowlers at night. If you don't lock your car doors, they'll get in and steal almost anything. The most annoying though of all, the one that irks me the most for some reason. For the past couple years, whenever I leave out a bowl of candy on the porch, it's always emptied by one little brat teenager. Even if I place the bowl directly in front of the Ring camera, they still empty the bowl. Our section of the neighborhood tends to be fairly quiet, so it couldn't possibly have gotten emptied so quickly. The second year, I did happen to catch the kid through the camera dump the whole thing right in their bag. I could never figure out who it is, but I had a gut feeling it was the same kid every year. I couldn't explain it. I do have a sneaking suspicion of who it could be, but it's not like I can necessarily confront him or do anything about it. My wife jokes that I've got anger issues. I just hate these small indecencies. I brought it up one year to my neighbors, Sal Riviera. He's a real cool older guy. From what I gathered based on our conversations, I had taken him for a retired Navy engineer. He was always either tinkering with something in his garage or watching some fights in his garage with family and friends. He's very helpful too. Most of what I now know about basic home DIY, I learned from him. Well, one day, just a few days into October, we were just casually chatting as we do, and I figured I'd ask him about it. Hey, by the way, I'd been meaning to ask, you guys ever have issues with kids emptying your bowl on Halloween? Emptying the bowl? He said with a laugh. You want them to get rid of that shit, right? I said, but there's this one kid who I caught on camera, who every year just empties the whole thing in his bag. Was wondering if they ever do it to your house too. No, can't say they have. Last couple years, I started going to my sister's place down on the north side of town. Before that, we would just hang out in our garage and give it out. Never had no issues with the kids around here. No, it's not all the kids I mentioned. I think it's just one kid who does this. Zal suddenly got a look on his face. The devious look that I had never seen before on this man. Well, tell you what, I've got something that might help you out. Let me see if I can go dig it up. I've got it, put it away. What's that? A box. A box. Yeah, like a safe box, said Sal. It's got like a hole in it that they'd have to put their hand through. What, like is it heavy or? No, it's a decent-sized box, but that's not the thing about it, he said with that same grin. It's pretty cool, I'll show you. Well, about a week from Halloween, Sal comes knocking, towing under his arm with a vile-looking contraption. It was a large rectangular black metal box. It had intricate designs on it that was hard to make out, but I could definitely make the evil eye shapes, covering the lid. On the top was a silver ring with an opening in it big enough to fit an adult hand through. I finally found it. Just pop open the box, and he opened the box to reveal the inside. Put in whatever you need, and it'll protect it from whatever. That's it, I began with some hesitation. Pretty creepy, but won't the kids just dump it out through the hole? It's a bit heavy, but not too much. Trust me, man, assured Sal. This will do the trick. It's a magic box. A magic box. Didn't take you for the kind of guy to believe in that stuff. I didn't either, Sal said with a laugh, until I saw it for myself. Well, what does it do? You'll see, and he flashed that devious grin again, but be warned, it's pretty sensitive. What does that mean, I asked. It feeds off your negative emotions. Just don't get pissed around it, oh.